Hey gang, how are you doing? Jonathan here for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report, coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, and covering all of the fishing action for our Tailhunter Sportfishing fleet for the dates of the 19th of June to the 26th of June 2023. Wherever you are, hope you're doing well. Thanks so much for checking in. Thanks for spending time with us, and please do us a big favor. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up, a like, and don't forget to subscribe. Well, I'm not in my car this time doing the fishing report. Actually, I was able to find a quiet space back here and give you a quick fishing report. And again, I think it's going to be a quick one. Probably not do so much talking as I normally do because, once again, check the fishing gallery. Don't click off. Wait till the fishing gallery. I'll let the pictures do the talking because that's going to give you the best idea of what's going on. And here's what's happening. You know, we've been here, maybe 30 years almost, and I've seen Big Dorado. I don't think I've ever seen so many Big Dorados we have in the last 2.5 weeks or so. In fact, we've got so many Big Dorado, and I'm talking about fish in the 20 to 40 pound class. Normally, you know, we get a lot of these 10, 15 pounders, and that's considered pretty legitimate size. But these last couple of weeks, I don't know what they're eating, putting steroids in whatever it is they've got out there in the ocean, but they've been 20 to 40 pounds, and some fish even larger. In fact, we're kind of getting spoiled. Some of the clients are coming back going, well, you know, we caught our limits of 5 and 8 and 10 pound Dorado. We only got 2 of these big giant ones, and you know, fishing was kind of slow, or we're a little disappointed because that's all we got was just 1 or 2 of these big giants, and we released all the rest. Well, kudos to you, hats off, because you released a lot of fish, but you know, these are trophy fish. They may not be there all the time. As a matter of fact, you know, all good things, you know, they got to come to an end sometime. Well, I don't know how long this is going to last. I have no idea. Things are very erratic. Things change all the time. You know, the way the weather has been all over the world, all over the all over the United States, here in Mexico, the whole North American continent. You just never know if things are going to change. But right now, conditions are ideal. You know, I'm in a t-shirt right now. I'm not in a sweatshirt like I have been. I'm not wearing my jeans. Weather has changed in the last 2.5, 3 weeks. Remember how I was telling you, April and May, I had my jeans on, had shoes on, had a sweatshirt on every morning, and it was darn cold. It was chilly. Well, the last couple of weeks, it's been t-shirts, shorts, and flip-flops. The weather has been, well, it's been hot. Even the wind is hot. Yeah, we've still got some wind, but it's not that cold wind. As a matter of fact, it's kind of like opening the oven or standing in front of a campfire. The wind is hot, and it blows sometimes in the evenings, sometimes in the afternoons, and the weather itself is hot. As a matter of fact, sometimes, though, without the wind, the water is so calm, it is so flat, it looks like glass, or that there's a sheet of oil on it. It is that flat. And some of the folks are jokingly saying, listen, can we troll a little bit? We like the fishing, but can we like move the boat a little bit just so we can get some breeze on us? But the problem is the breeze is also very warm. Air temperatures in the mid to high 90s right now. Humidity, right now it's maybe about 9 o'clock in the morning. Humidity is right now about 60%, and it's much, much higher earlier in the day. It goes down a little bit, but then again, right back up. So if you're coming down, cover yourself up, wear long sleeves, put on the sunscreen, wear a big brimmed hat, make sure you cover your face, your shoulders, the top of your knees, and especially the top of your feet if you're wearing sandals or flip-flops or whatever. A lot of folks forget about that, and your feet get wet, it rinses stuff off, and you end up with these really funny looking sunburn marks on the top of your feet. It can be very, very painful. The other thing, if you're coming down, stay hydrated. Beer, margaritas do not count. Alcohol does not count as hydration. You've got to stay hydrated. You've got to drink a lot of water. You may not even go into the bathroom, but you need to drink water. It's coming out of your pores. It's coming out of you're breathing it out. So down as much water as you can. If you're starting to feel faint, like we've had a couple people start to get queasy, or they're starting to get headaches, and they think they're getting a bug, or they get something gastrointestinally, and they think they've got food poisoning. I'll tell you what, 9 out of 10 times, having been down here for 30 years and up to 1,000 clients a year, 9 out of 10 times we find out it's dehydration. You're getting overheated. Water is probably not going to do the trick. You're going to have to back up a little bit. You're already behind the 8 ball, so you got to drink something like Gatorade, although those Powerade and things like that, the problem with it for me is that they've got too much sugar, but at least it gets some electrolytes into you. The better thing is to drink Pedialyte, which is you give to babies when they have, you know, they poop too much or they're throwing up and stuff, but it gets the hydration back into you. Or what we do, Jill and I carry these little electrolyte packs. You start to get a little weak, or you start to get a little hot, pour one of those into water, chug that down, it'll knock you right back up very quickly, and also get the potassium back into you. I know we always say don't bring bananas on a boat, but listen, as soon as you get back to shore, wolf a banana down, get that potassium back up, you'll feel 100 times better. Anyway, okay, let's talk about fishing. Lots of big Dorado. I'm going to tell you it's probably 95% of the catch. Every afternoon when we're packing fish, Benny, Shooter, myself, we're spending 3 to 4 hours in our fish packing room, and we're doing 200 to 300 bags of fish a day, and most of it's Dorado. There's some Pargo, there's some Cabria, there's some Pompano in there, maybe some amberjack or some others, lots of triggerfish, but most of it is going to be Dorado. Now, that's not to say that there aren't other species out there, but there's so much Dorado that folks are going, you know, I don't really want to chase tuna, I don't want to chase a marlin, I don't want to sit on the rocks when there are so many Dorado. As one of our clients told me just the other day, he said, we got to a spot, and he says, I would swear there are over 1,000 Dorado swimming around. We moved the spot because they were all small, we were looking for some larger Dorado. He goes, we moved to another spot, and either that whole school followed us or there was another giant load of Dorado right there. So, you know, most of it's going to be Dorado, not necessarily because that's the only fish out here, but because that's the easiest to catch. They're fun, they're lit up, they jump, they leap. The big ones will throw you, they'll go under the boat, around the boat, and if you get 2 or 3 hookups, you're hooked up, your friend, your family member's hooked up, they're going over, they're going under, the captain's got another one going, come on, I got another one, and you're seeing all these beautiful fish shooting all over the place. It's exciting. You're going to lose a fish or two. Keep the fish in front of you. Keep a tight line. We're catching a lot of fish. A lot of folks are getting limits, but we're also losing a lot of fish too. But that's what makes it fun. And it's a lot easier than chasing some other fish around. But that's not to say that there aren't others around. We probably got another dozen species if you look at the photos. But anyway, that's what's going on. I will tell you that you need to leave the jeans at home. You can leave the heavy jackets at home. Maybe you bring a light windbreaker out, or you bring a Pendleton or something just for the mornings and just in case. As I often say, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. Anyway, that's what's going on. If you're coming down, we're looking forward to having you real soon. In the meantime, I'm Jonathan for the Mexican Minute. We'll catch you next week. You take care of each other. Thank you so much for spending time with us. You take care of each other, and God bless.